What's up, everybody, and welcome to another year in review video slash New Year goals video. I do a video like this every single year, and if you're not familiar with it because it is your first year on my channel, basically what I do is I just talk about the goals that I set for 2019, what I accomplished, and the new goals for 2020. Every year, these videos drag out and they go on forever and ever, and nobody ever watches them. So I'm going to try to make this very short and sweet, so that way you can watch it quick, doesn't waste a lot of your time, and it's right to the point. So obviously the major goal and probably the most obvious goal this year was that we hit 20,000 subscribers on the channel. When I came into 2019, I had set a goal on the channel to hit 15,000 subscribers. I wanted to end 2019 with at least 15,000 subscribers. I figured that that was impossible. And mainly the reason I figured that was impossible was because I'd been doing at the time, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. When I came into 2019, I only had 8,000 subscribers, which would mean that I only gained about 2,000 subscribers a year. So logic dictates that I was going to end 2019 with maybe over 10,000 subscribers, maybe even 12,000, but I never would have imagined 15,000. Even though I set that as a goal for myself, I knew I was going to work hard to try to get there, but I especially would have never imagined 20,000 subscribers. So that is amazing. That is 5,000 more than what I set a goal for, and it is about 10,000 more than what I really thought I was going to end the year with. So that's pretty huge, and welcome to all of you new people here, because chances are a lot of you are seeing this for the first time, and if you haven't caught my live streams, you're probably seeing me for the first time, so hello. But yeah, I'm happy to have all of you guys here and have you along for the ride, and I hope you plan to stick it out in the future, because there's a lot of things coming to the channel, a lot of changes coming down the pipeline. I'm constantly trying to alter and improve my content, try to make it better, and trying to introduce new stuff, maybe think outside of the box a bit, so I hope you guys will stick around for the ride. The other thing was that 2019, I stuck to a consistent stream schedule. I'd always been trying to make a stream schedule in the past, and now I finally did. So I'm streaming every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. US Eastern. Well, sometimes I am late to the stream. I'm usually very consistent at still arriving on time. And even though I don't always end the stream at 8 p.m., sometimes I end it at 9 p.m. or more. At least I am streaming. So that's an improvement this year that really struggled previous years. The stream schedule is always a big thing for me. It was hard for me to incorporate it into my my busy schedule of life and everything, but I finally got it there. So hopefully we can expand upon that as we move forward. But I'm just happy to finally have a day where I'm streaming. And if you want to catch that at 6 p.m., like I said, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern time on a Thursday. I know it's not the best time for most of our European viewers and everything like that, but that's something I'm hoping to work on here as we come into 2020, but we're not going to get on that just yet. 2019, I created an Instagram account. So if you want to follow it, there's going to be a link down below in the description of all of my videos. For the Instagram account, it's not going to be so much YouTube related. It's going to be more my personal life. So if that's something you're not interested in, no big deal. But if you are interested in seeing kind of what I do for a living, what I do in my free time, I like hiking. I do construction for a living, so a lot of times I'm posting some of the projects I'm working on. I might post pictures of my computer build and stuff like that. More pictures of my dog Inara, which a lot of people very much enjoy. She's become more of an icon on the channel than I have. So it'll be pictures, stuff like that. So if you want to follow me along more personally, then that's probably the best way to do it. I definitely want to connect with you guys more personally, but also I'll get to know you guys, and you get to know kind of like who I am as well, outside of the whole video gaming world. So that was something that was pretty cool. Actually, not even really expected. I always knew I was going to do an Instagram eventually, but I didn't want to do it till I had more subscribers. And so that wasn't a 2019 goal, but it just ended up happening because we hit the 20,000 subscribers. So the other thing was the community membership program. So 2019, I didn't expect on doing this, but because we hit 10,000 subscribers, YouTube unlocked that feature for my channel, and I went ahead and jumped right into it, set up a whole list of perks and everything. And if that's something you're interested in joining, there's always a link in the description of every one of my videos as well. There's all these perks and stuff you can get. There's 2 tiers. There's a $1.99 tier and a $4.99 tier. There's some cool stuff that comes with those perks. One of the major things that we just started doing this year actually was a community poll. So every single month, community members get to vote on a poll that's exclusive to them for a game that I'm going to cover that month. And this month was, there was 4 games. I don't remember them all, but I know The winner was Judgment Apocalypse Survival Simulator. So sometime during this month, you're going to see me start a series on that. And as we go forward, I think it's going to be a pretty cool thing for the channel. But if that's something you guys are interested in and you want to sort of help out with the channel more, that's a great way to do it. So goals I didn't hit this year. I'm not going to dwell on this because we shouldn't dwell on bad things, but I want to talk a little bit about it because I want to recognize that they still didn't get accomplished. 3 videos a day. That was a goal that I set in the beginning of 2019. I wanted to upload and publish 3 videos a day. Unfortunately, that I did that for 2 months, and it ended up being extremely poor for my mental health, and it was exhausting, and it required me to practically produce double the content because I was trying to record my 3 videos for the day plus some extra videos just in case I didn't have time to record after work on some days. And it burned me out and really discouraged me. I started feeling like I was lagging behind on the channel. Then I couldn't even commit to the 2 videos a day because I had no backlog or anything. It got really bad at one point. So I decided to pull the plug on that and go back to the 2 videos a day. And everything kind of started to catch back up and go a lot smoother once I did that. So I think we're just going to stick with the 2 videos a day for now. Until maybe in the future, if YouTube becomes more of a sustainable thing, then and I can dedicate more time to it, then we can revisit that. And then the last but not least for 2019 was going to a gaming convention. I never made it to a gaming convention in 2019. I wanted to make it to at least one because of time and money constraints. It just didn't happen. I was really bummed out because PDXCon ended up happening in Berlin, and I would have loved to go to Berlin. Germany's like one of the countries I really want to visit. I did go to PDXCon in 2017. I went to PDXCon in Stockholm, Sweden at the time, and that was a lot of fun. So it's something I definitely want to do in the future, which brings us into goals for 2020. So I am going to try to make it to PDXCon this year. We don't know where it's going to be yet. There is rumors that it might be in the US, which obviously for me would make it a lot more convenient to travel. But if it's not, no big deal, because frankly, I've been all over the United States at this point, and I would much rather go to someplace in Europe because I haven't been to Europe a lot. So we'll see where it is. I'm already putting it on my radar. It's been in October, I think. Let's see, it was in October last year, but in 2017, I think it was in May. It's probably going to be later in the year, again this year, because they haven't announced anything on it yet. And if it was going to be in May, we probably would have heard by now. So depending on where it is and when it is, I'm going to try to make it to PDXCon. But regardless, I'm going to try to make it to that or some other gaming convention, PAX East, West, Indie Fest, whatever, because I want to meet with some of the developers for the games I've played and covered. You know, I want to be able to shake their hand and say hello, introduce myself. But I also want to try to meet some of you guys too, because I know that a lot of you guys go to these conventions and stuff. I actually got to meet some of you guys at PDXCon in 17. At the time, the channel only had like 4,000 subscribers, so that was kind of cool. So I think it'd be something to do in the future. For 2020, merchandise. That's like the next major thing for the channel is merchandise. And with that being said, I don't want to just introduce merchandise that just has my name like slapped on a bunch of garbage and then try to force that upon you guys to buy. So I'm looking for ideas. I could use your guys' help. You shoot me a message, shoot me a DM on Discord, Twitter, Instagram. I don't freaking care. Put a comment below in any one of my videos. I do not care. I need help with this. What would you guys want to see? I have the option of, coffee cups, hoodies, t-shirts, stickers. I don't know. Like, what would you guys want to see? I'm already putting some stuff together, and I will be showcasing that stuff for you guys in the community tab of my YouTube channel. So you'll get to see it ahead of time. And I'm going to be asking your guys' opinion on a lot of the stuff. There's going to be polls and stuff like that. I don't just want to start, I don't want to put my name on a t-shirt and just call that merchandise. That might be an option, but I want to incorporate so much more with that. Like, I've got this hat here that I put my name on. See it there? And that's kind of cool. I did this a while ago just for myself so I could wear this when I go to gaming conventions and stuff. I wore it to PDXCon, just a way for people to easily identify me in a crowd, or at least know, what my YouTube channel is. It's a good conversation starter, especially when I'm talking to developers and stuff. But that's an option, but I don't necessarily want to resort just to that. So I'm open to anything, but that's going to be like huge. 2020 is going to be the year of trying to do merchandise on the channel. Okay. The next thing, and the big thing that usually everybody comes to these videos for, is what is going to be my subscriber goal for the year? What are we going to try to hit, right? So basically, I set the goal for 30,000 subscribers. I wanted to end 2020 with 30,000 subscribers. To me, that seems reachable. Okay. At the rate my channel is growing now, if it was to consistently grow every month at this rate, I should be able to hit around 28,000 subscribers. And if I have a few good months, that would put me at 30,000. Now, when I brought this up to the Discord, and I've mentioned it to other influential people in the strategy genre, other YouTubers, stuff like that, everybody felt I was setting the bar too low. But I didn't want to set it too high because I don't want to disappoint, myself. And obviously it's very discouraging if I fall like completely just below the range. But most people wanted to see me try to go for 50,000 subscribers. And I got to admit, it's enticing. Obviously, I would love to hit 50,000 subscribers. And obviously, every single year, I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. Like, obviously, I want to grow. But I want to be reasonable about it too. I've decided that I'm going to meet everybody halfway. And so what the actual goal is going to be 40,000 subscribers. So it would be doubling my subscriber count. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to require me to hit all-time highs almost every single month. It won't be easy, but I do think it is doable because we did double. We more than doubled the subscriber count in 2019. And there really should be no reason we can't do that in 2020, so long as I put the effort in and I work hard to be able to get there. And you guys keep, watching my content, enjoying it, motivating me, because you guys motivate me more than anything else. There's some mornings I can't motivate myself, but waking up and making the content and seeing all your guys' nice comments and everything like that's a huge motivator for me. But I do know that trying to hit 40,000 subscribers is pretty unreasonable, and it's going to require me to really step outside of my comfort zone for YouTube and to put a lot more effort in, which brings me to the last point of this video. I've kept this video pretty short, so that makes me happy. All right, guys, and the very last thing I want to talk about on the channel before we wrap this video up, it's been a pretty short video, which is good. Hopefully you've stuck around this long because it's probably the most important thing I want to talk about. And I briefly had thought about making a separate video for this, but I decided to put it into this video, and I might make a separate video in the future, kind of touching up on it more and kind of showing you guys some stuff. But I think I want to touch on it now because it's kind of in the back of my mind, and it's something I want to talk about. So, I want to talk a little bit about the content on the channel. Most importantly, the kind of content I produce. And I know it's kind of a scary place to go whenever a YouTuber brings it up, because people get afraid that they're going to start losing out on the content they want to enjoy. And I want to tell you guys now that I don't have intentions of changing the content I cover. I'm going to continue to cover strategy games. Those are the games I like to play. They're the games that I have the most fun playing. I'm not going to just cover the latest and greatest game because it's the latest and greatest game. There's a lot of games out there I just don't enjoy playing. I'm not a Call of Duty player. I don't really care for Fortnite. They're just not games I would have fun. I'd be faking it if I tried to have fun with those games. I really enjoy deep thinking strategy games, roguelikes, survivals. For whatever reason, they always do something for me. So those are the type of games I like covering. With that being said, when I say the words content change for the channel, I don't mean changing what I cover. But what I do mean is changing the way I cover it. I like to think of myself as a pretty straightforward guy. I usually say it how it is. And I don't lie to myself, and I don't lie to the people around me. And so I'm going to come forward and admit to you guys that I personally have had a difficult time justifying the thousands of hours I put into YouTube. It has been a massive time sink. I am well aware, and I have been informed by people I work with outside of YouTube, friends, family, stuff like that, that I would probably be significantly farther in life if I was to give up YouTube and I was to focus solely on my construction business. I probably would actually be farther off. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I've done this for 5 years now, and I've got 20,000 subscribers, and that's a massive milestone. And I'm not trying to disparage it. I'm not trying to water it down. I'm very happy about it, and I'm going to continue doing YouTube, so I'm not giving up. But for 5 years now, I have put over thousands of hours into YouTube, researching games, making thumbnails, recording the videos, editing the videos. It's all I do on my free time. But frankly, I'm a bit of a workaholic. So if it wasn't YouTube, it would have been something else. So it's not like YouTube is intervening in something in my life. It's taking the place of what something else might have taken place of. Like I said, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I probably would just be focused more on my business, doing more jobs, running down more jobs, taking on maybe commercial projects instead of residential, stuff like that. So that's pretty much where my life would be. So to bring it full circle, because I'm wasting everybody's time right now, the content on the channel, it's not very good. It's okay, but it's not good. And before you jump in and try to defend me, and I appreciate you for thinking like that, I have proof that the content's not very good on the channel. I have actual proof. So YouTube introduced something in 2019 called YouTube Studio, and it is a better way for content creators, in my personal opinion, it's a better way for content creators to manage their channels. And it introduced a whole new set of tools for analytics, things that we couldn't see before in the analytics, YouTube made accessible. And so I started digging into YouTube Studio and checking out all these new analytics, and I found something on the channel that became very discouraging to me and has been in the back of my mind, and I've wanted to talk about it for a while now, but I just don't know how to talk about it without it making me feel like garbage. But I want to talk about it. And that is the amount of unique viewers that visit the channel. So to give you guys an idea, for the month of December, I had 37,000 unique people visit my YouTube channel. 37,000 people who had never visited my channel before, had never watched a single one of my videos. They had come to my channel for the first time ever, and they had watched my content. That's pretty cool. And I think that's something that shouldn't be looked at as a bad thing, because that means that my content is reaching a new audience. It's not even that part of it that bothers me. Out of those 37,000 people, they watched on average 5 of my videos. Five of my videos. They watched up to 5 of them. And that's on average. So that means that some of them chose to watch 10 videos and some of them chose to watch 1 video, but on average they chose to watch 5 videos. It's a lot of content. My videos are 20 to 30 minutes long. That's almost 3 to 4 hours of content that they have watched on my channel. And last but not least, the part that kicked me in the head, the analytic that I read that basically made me feel like complete and utter trash, was that out of these 37,000 people in December that came to my channel and watched 5 videos, only 631 of them decided to hit the subscribe button and to stick around on the channel. So to put that in perspective, that is less than 2%. In fact, it is 1.7%. I don't know what to do with that information. 1.7% of people decided that my channel was good enough to stick around. So that's nobody's fault but my own. And that's been a wake-up call for me. And I kind of saw the writing on the wall, because when YouTube Studio introduced this new analytic and they introduced all this new stuff, once I started digging into the analytics, I started really realizing like how, I don't want to say garbage my content is, but how not drawing people in. People don't want to stick around. It's a type of content for a certain audience, but it's not the type of content that a channel can be sustained on. I've got to do something. At the rate I'm going, I won't even see, if I was to continue this for another 5 years, if I maintain course and continue my growth at the same that it's been, I would probably be lucky to have 50,000 subscribers in another 5 years. That's actually the real truth of it. Yes, I want to hit 50,000 this year. Yes, I want to hit 40,000 this year. But it really isn't doable with the content I'm producing. I've got to make a change. This is something I wanted to talk about in a separate video, but I wanted to bring it up here. I'll probably make another separate video kind of showing you guys more of the YouTube studio page and stuff like that. This is in no way me saying I'm quitting YouTube. It's not me saying that I'm upset really at anybody except obviously myself. So I just need to figure out what I need to do with my content. How can I make it more enjoyable? How can I make people watch my videos and be like, hey, this guy, I want to stick around and see what else he produces. So that's going to be actually my number one main goal for the channel in 2020. Make people want to stick around and see it and see more of it. If this is something I'm actually going to take serious, I've invested at this point thousands of dollars in my YouTube channel. I've got all this equipment. I've purchased microphone, webcam, this gigantic gaming computer I built over a year ago. You know, that's me taking it seriously. I wouldn't have done even half this stuff if I didn't really want this. So I really want this, and I need to actually produce content that shows that I want this. That's something I'm going to work on. Obviously, though, the reason I'm telling you guys about this is because I want you to be aware of where my mental state is right now, and where I am mentally with kind of like what the channel is. Obviously, I'm still excited to hit 20,000 subscribers. Obviously, we've had a lot of growth this year. I understand that there's other YouTubers that are also struggling, that are smaller channels than me, who have been doing it for just as long as I have been doing. And I totally get all that. You know, I'm not saying my problems are any worse or better than anybody else's. I'm just simply stating to you the facts of what I see with my channel and what I see with me and what I've put into it and where I want it to be. So I just wanted to be kind of real with you guys for a second about a lot of that. I don't want to end the video on that note. It seems like a bad way to end the video. It's probably the most crucial piece of information out of the video. Most of you probably haven't even made it this far in the video. I appreciate those of you that stuck around for this far. It's not an interesting video to watch. This video is more for people who take the channel as seriously as I do. But yeah, so that's kind of that. So there's going to be content changes. I can't tell you exactly what they are because I don't exactly know. With that being said, a year ago or so, I asked the community to tell me what I could do to make my content better. I wanted people to message me and tell me. And I had a few people send me stuff, but it was like, it basically just became play more of this game, which I didn't really want. So I'm going to ask again, but this time I'm going to do it more of a unanimously. So I'm going to start posting polls on my community tab being like, hey guys, do you think this is good or could it be improved? What do you think of this versus this? What do you think of this video length versus this video length? You know, could I improve on the sound quality of my videos? Could I cut more footage out? Should I make my videos more like shorter series, but more action packed and less downtime? Like, I'm going to be asking these questions, and with the polls, I can't see how you voted. So it'll be unanimous. And then I feel like more people are going to participate. You can pretty much expect those polls to start almost immediately because I'm running out of time. I've got to make a change because I'm starting work back up here in like a couple days, and I need to start getting my mind wrapped around what I'm going to do, or I'm just going to get caught back in the rhythm of trying to maintain an upload schedule. So when you guys do see those polls, just please be honest. You know, if you actually flat out want to message me and tell me something, you know, I could improve, feel free to do that. Obviously, just keep a few things in mind that, like, message me and saying you should cover more of X type of game or Y type of game isn't necessarily an improvement. Well, I'm still receptive to what you guys want to watch as content. Obviously, if you guys, majority of you want to see a certain type of game, I want to cover it because I want to play what you guys want to see. And I have more fun when you guys are having fun on the channel. So I'm not completely against stuff like that, but just kind of keep it in mind. I'm kind of looking for more like, what can I do to improve my content to make it so that people want to stick around and see more of it? You know, what do you as a viewer want to see? Think about what YouTubers you watch, what they do, and then if you watch me, what I can do to give you a better experience. Okay, so I don't want to end on a bad note like that. Like I said, there's a lot of things coming in 2020. I'm not giving up YouTube. At least not this year. It's not in my schedule, obviously. And I want people to think that that's where it's going. You know, hitting 20,000 subscribers this year was huge. I do think 40,000 subscribers is possible so long as I, you know, kick myself in the rear and get myself moving on trying to continue delivering the content you guys want to see and content that other people want to see. So it's just going to be a matter of trying to really put a lot of emphasis on all of that and trying to get it out there. So thank you all guys for a very, very, very successful 2019. I'm very excited for what 2020 will bring. Thank you for watching this video, because those of you who finished this video, obviously you care, and I appreciate that. It means the world to me. You have no idea. Here we go, 2020. Keep a lookout for all those polls and everything and all the different changes. I hope you have a good year as well, and then I will definitely see you guys around during the live streams and for the next year in review at the end of 2020.